Today we are making cookies, chocolate chip cookies with freshly milled ground wheat. First thing is to mill your wheat, and I need roughly 1 3/4 cups of flour. Turn the mill on, it's going to be very loud. Okay, so in a cookie recipe, we are going to add butter, a 1/2 cup of butter, which I've already melted, 1/4 cup of regular sugar, and a 1/2 cup of brown sugar, which is in here. That's going to go in with the butter. We're going to add 1 large egg. And I forgot the vanilla. We're going to add all the liquid ingredients first. 1 teaspoon, and I'm just going to eyeball it. Stir this up. Next thing is we're going to add our freshly milled soft white wheat. And we need to sift it because we want the cookies to be a little fluffier. So I am using 1 3/4 cup of wheat. And I might add a little bit more to that. So there's 1/2, 1, 1/2. I think I am going to go ahead and do 2 cups instead of the 1 3/4. Last time they were a little too flat. And then we also need to add to this a 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. And we're going to sift this in with the wet ingredients. And you can just use a mesh strainer. You don't have to have a sifter. It might take a few more minutes, but that's okay. We are getting there, almost. You can see all the brown stuff, that's all the bran and the germ from the milled wheat that you don't get when you buy store-bought flour all-purpose. That's where all the nutrition is in the wheat berries. And we're going to get all of it. Okay, and so to this, we've already sifted our flour, and now we need a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. We're going to mix that up. This is a small batch, so if you want a bigger batch of cookies, just double it. All the ingredients. Okay, so that's pretty well mixed in. And now we're gonna add the chocolate chips and we're ready to bake. All right, so we're gonna add in a cup of chocolate chips. You could add in nuts if you wanted to, coconut. Ooh, even oatmeal would be good in it. Some oats. We preheated the oven to 350. We did that when we started, before we started mixing the ingredients. So the oven is ready and waiting on us, and I put parchment paper on a cookie sheet. Helps with cleanup. This recipe, the last time I made it, the cookies really flattened out. So not sure if they will do that again. It's possible they may. It just makes for a more chewy cookie. Still tasty though. So let's get that off the spoon. Okay, so now we're ready to put cookies on the sheet. All right, so we've got all the cookie dough on the cookie sheet. Now they go into a 350-degree oven. And I'm gonna start with probably 12 minutes, but I'm pretty sure they're gonna take maybe another minute or two longer. But we wanna check them, so we don't want them to burn. We'll be back when they come out of the oven. Well, we decided to try a little experiment and put some rolled oats in the last little bit that we've got to go into the oven. Gives the cookies a little more texture, I'm hoping. And maybe they won't spread out so thin, but we'll find out. All right, so the cookie dough that has the rolled oats going into the oven. And since the oven's been going for a little while, I'm still only gonna start with 12 minutes. Stay tuned for the second batch. Okay, so the cookies that had the rolled oats are done. And as you can see, they're not as flat as the ones without the oats. So it added some more texture. So the big taste test, yeah. The big taste test will be whether or not my grandson Hunter likes these cookies, right? So come on, Hunter, let's try a cookie.
I'll have to give it an 8.5.
Well, thank you for watching my cooking channel. Hope you like it and subscribe. And I think my favorite is the one with the oatmeal. Lots of texture, sweet, chewy, and good. Goodbye.